You have to start.
Oh. Hey.
Alrighty, y'all. We back again.
And we are black.
And we black.
And we stay black.
Stay black.
Welcome back to Tekeste and Jones.
Welcome back to Tekeste and Jones, the vlog recap series. Today is day 10.
In beautiful Rwanda, day 10.
Yes, beautiful Rwanda. Yeah, today was a hell of a day. Oh man, we slept in, and that's it. All right, see y'all later. That's it for now.
Kind of, sort of. I personally got up at 5-ish, and then I stayed in bed. I was kind of dozing in and out. Really and truly, we were both up by like 8:30. You were even up before that.
I was up.
Stirring, yeah.
I was up, but
it was
I wasn't
sleeping
up.
in, and that we didn't have to be upstairs. Excuse me, we didn't have to be in a vehicle going somewhere like 6 or 7. That's what we mean by having a lie-in, really and truly.
Yeah, so normally, we get up like 6, 7, but yeah, it was 9, 10, I don't know. I got to the gym
by 10. Yeah. But
so,
we were kicking around here, repacking and doing things and arranging laundry and all that for a good hour and a half before you went downstairs to on the laptop. So we were definitely out of the bed by 8:30 this morning for sure.
Yeah.
Yep,
doing stuff on the computer, but it was a nice day. Like, it was sunny, actually sunny all day.
It was cloudy again.
It was
but
cloudy?
Really hot, 100%.
All right.
Have a look online.
I don't know where you be seeing these clouds at, but
look up Kigali.
Okay,
and
so
let me know if it was cloudy or
for
not.
her it was cloudy. For me, sun is always shining, so that's where I operate from.
Oh, that's
all the
not
sun.
Fair. I'm just.
No, I'm not. I'm just joking with you
being
too.
Transparent.
I mean, I really don't see the clouds really, unless it's raining. Like. But anyway, let's get on with it.
It was hot though, not going to but perfect temperature, like not annoying.
Yeah, the temperature was perfect.
In centigrade, it was 27 degrees, which is amazing, perfect weather.
But it's not cold at all. I had on like a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, because this time last year we were actually in Addis. If you've not seen that vlog, go check it out. And you remember it was chilly. We were carrying like leather coats and things.
Yeah.
Well, I was carrying a leather coat.
Yeah, I was carrying a jacket.
It was cool. It wasn't like chilly, but it was cool. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. So anyway, we got back on track. We backtracked, walked back to the street, and we ended up going the right way. And it wasn't far. We found this French patisserie. Okay, it was one of them Frenchy things. It was a nice looking place, and I don't know about pastry shops. That's in English, right? It's a pastry shop, coffee shop, bakery. They had food. They had actual food in there, but the first thing on the list was coffee. And the day doesn't start without coffee. And you take it from there.
So we arrived. It was really cute. There were a few people there, not too many. I felt like we had kind of missed the rush, probably because it's a Saturday and we had arrived at 1-ish, and most people, have had their breakfast at that time. So they've had their coffee and pastry. So it was definitely people moving out. Like, there were a couple of people still there, a couple of tables, but they were on their way out.
There was a family outside, and in my eyes and my American listening and eyes, first thing I noticed is everybody was speaking French. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I feel like I'm somewhere else. I feel like I'm in France or something. And it was all the black people was speaking French. And yeah, I'm walking in there. I'm like, okay, so the food must be good because all the French people are here. Yeah. So I couldn't wait. Everything looked nice and everything looked good on the inside. And she, I don't know, did your eyes go straight to the chocolate, or did you see the croissants and the pastries first?
I saw the croissants and the pastries first, but it was only a split second before my gaze turned left and I spotted the chocolates, which honestly, not being funny yet, I manifested that ish. Because this morning I was so tired and I was like, all I want is an entire chocolate bar. 100%. 100%. I manifested that.
Oh,
Thank you, God.
So
I'm going to pull them out actually. You go ahead and tell them about it.
Okay, so while she was looking through the menu, we ended up doing a impromptu vlog right there in the shop before we ordered, and I went outside to find tables. Yes, African chocolate, right?
Yeah, and this is what
Local.
I was saying is like I want to try and support some African chocolate. It's from South Africa, which is still Africa, but I'm saying it's not from Rwanda. And this one is sugar free, so this one is mine, and this one is for Senora Jones.
Yeah, I didn't feel like doing almonds, so I opted for the hazelnut, and I didn't want to do the bittersweet chocolate, so got that out the way. So we ordered a nice coffee that was good. I wanted an apple turnover. They were out because we got there late. We didn't get there in the morning, so a lot of stuff was out. And she got some breakfast food. And you got tea or coffee?
I got a Belgian style hot chocolate.
A hot chocolate.
Which was good. It wasn't truly Belgian style because a Belgian style would be very thick, like a drinking chocolate, like it is in France and Italy. But it was really good though still.
Chocolate pudding.
Yeah, exactly. Warm, basically. Warm chocolate pudding, which is what I prefer, but not Jones's preference. But he had quite the response to the coffee though, can I just say?
Yeah, the coffee was slamming. That was good. The apple, I had an apple tartlet or a tart. That was good. And the atmosphere and the ambiance was good because we're overlooking the city, like on a hill. And the city is so massive. Like, I'm just looking at it right now, and all I see is lights and whatever. And the neighborhood we were at, it reminded me a little bit of Beverly Hills or Baldwin Hills.
A few neighborhoods around here actually
are
like that, because even later on we found other neighborhoods like that.
Yeah, you know, it's hilly. There's nice houses, nice homes. So anyway, we was gonna do a recap from there, but Black people are noisy everywhere you go. So, but everybody was just it was a regular Saturday, so everybody was just out and about, joking about that. But it was too noisy for us to do a recap, so we was just like, forget it, we'll do it later on tonight. And we ended up meeting the co-owner.
Manager. She's the manager / co-owner.
Yeah.
Young lady.
Yeah.
Lovely lady.
Yeah.
And what a talent. I mean, she's fluent in several languages, including English and French. And it was fun because she was conversing with her friend there who was also fluent in numerous languages, also English and French. And they were kind of going back and forth. Yeah,
they both, we actually started talking to them, and we met them and started talking to them, and they both had went to college in the States. The woman went to college in Florida, and the guy, he went to college in Boston. Tekeste and the woman struck up a conversation. Rebecca, yeah. So I was just, I was just filming, and I do what I do. She does what she do. I just observe while talking is going on. But yeah, it was very good to meet them because we were all like on the same wavelength, regarding the diaspora, because they were born and raised here, but they, left and went to the States and other places. But and the guy, he's actually considering relocating where we live in the DMV. So we had so much in common, and after they had their conversation, we was telling them that, about our channel, and she was like, oh really, let me check it out. And she's like, what is it? And she went right, and she's like, let me subscribe now. And she was like, oh wow. oh, you guys do this basically. Like
Yeah.
you are real to this. I was like, yeah, yeah. We've been at it for a minute.
We've got content.
Yeah, we got some content. So
Have you watched all of it, by the way, guys?
yeah, I think most people have.
Make sure you go back if you've not seen the previous vlogs. We've got Nigeria.
Yeah,
We've got Ethiopia.
and don't forget to like
Cooking.
those videos.
Cooking
And,
vlogs.
yeah, and share them with with your colleagues and who might, who has interest in that. So after that conversation, we had to, we had to figure out what to do because our plans got changed at the last minute. We couldn't go through with our original plans to meet our new family member. So
Shout out to you, Haben.
yes, we'll see you hopefully Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to do two things and then come back because we want to get back early because we have to sleep early. Like we got to sleep now, basically, while right after we do this. So we decided to go to the market because by that time it was like 2:00.
Yeah, and we weren't going to shop because we weren't in that space really. But if you watched our vlog, which did you watch the vlog? You would have seen that his shoe fell apart. The sole came right off, and so that was basically it was going to be like a 2-in-1. We wanted to just kind of get a feel for the market, get a quick like tour of it, if you will, and also we wanted to get him a pair of shoes, and we wanted to get him specifically into a pair of African sandals because when in Rome, he's got to walk the walk, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to buy a new pair of shoes. I got loads of shoes that I need to get rid of, and that's why they fell apart because I have so many shoes that I haven't worn in years and years, and they get moist, they get moist, they get dry. If they're just sitting there, the glue is gonna get weak and all that stuff. Yeah,
like
deteriorates. Yeah, so I didn't even realize that until I was walking, and then all of a sudden I felt this clapping on my sole, and I was like, man, my whole sole is coming off. And also I wanted some new sandals because my sandals they also broke since I've been here.
Yeah.
So I had water shoes that broke, sandals that broke, and sneakers that broke.
Literally, that's not happened before. That's okay. Well, that's three,
That's
so
three.
that should be it.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's the
But all of his stuff, to be honest, is he's had for a long
Kimi Ronko market.
Yeah. So we had settled on we were going to do two things: visit the marketplace because it's always cool to visit a city's marketplace and kind of get a feel for their offerings, spices, foods, etc., and also their price points. And then we were going to do a nice high-end restaurant, which we had seen in a different vlog by some other YouTubers, and that's basically what we did.
But first thing, we had to figure out transportation, and so he was like, "Let's take a boda." I forget what they call it here, moto taxi or something. So we were walking up and down the street, like, where do we catch it? Because we didn't have cell service, really, and so these two guys saw us walking around, and they were
looking lost.
Yeah, they're like, "Well, where are you going?" And we was like, "We want to catch a motorcycle taxi," and they was like, "Oh, it's down there." They pointed us in the right direction. And then we had to negotiate a price for the boda to get to the market. And before we left the patisserie, we asked a cashier, like, how much should we spend from here to the market on a boda? And she was like, no more than 1,500.
Yeah, 100
no more
francs.
Than 1,500 francs.
Rwandan francs, excuse me.
Yeah, so it's good to know those facts because the guy said, "Oh, it's gonna be 2,000," and we said, well, I said, I only have 15 for me and 15 for her. Otherwise, we'll just find a way. Like I was just gonna walk away, and it was like, okay, it's cool. Yeah. So that's negotiation 101. It's like if you can walk away from something, you can probably get your price. But they was cool. They wasn't even tripping on it. So that boda ride was fun. To say the least. I'm like, man, that's the best way to get around the city because the views, just like I was just floored at just how the city, the layout of the city, the terrain, and yeah, so it was a fun ride to the market. And then we got to the market, and boy, oh boy, I don't know if it was that, but as soon as we got off, we got swarmed. We got swarmed by people like attendants. They call them attendants, and they want to take us. You know, everybody is vying for our attention to get to take us around, and for a fee of we assume like, okay, we're gonna have to pay this guy to take us around. It's like, that's cool. It's better for somebody to show you around. I just didn't want to go in and you know, we didn't want to just go in blindly like we normally do. And it was cool because the first thing on the agenda was to get out of my shoes with no sole on the left foot, and the sole was about to come off the right foot. And I'm like, I just want a pair of sandals and you know, something cheap just to get through the rest of the day. And he took us right to the shop, and it was like everybody was watching us. Everybody came over. You trying to negotiate, and everybody wants to sell you something, you know, to put it in your face. But it was fun. It wasn't like a bad experience. It was a really fun experience because they weren't like they were aggressive, but it wasn't a evil aggressive. Like, they trying to sell stuff, and you know, they trying to make money. And I don't know, but the first price that the guy quoted me for these, and they're genuine leather sandals, and he quoted me the equivalent of $42, and I was like, no. If we was back in the States and I went to the mall and I saw some leather sandals, they might be a low end $40. But I'm like, the scale of economy, I'm like, I know how much these cost when we were in Ethiopia, and it was dirt cheap for some leather sandals. So I was like, you know what? I'll give you, what was it? It was like 15,000. It was the equivalent of $10. I'm like, I'll give you $10, and you can have these leather Adidas shoes, because all you got to do is put some glue on them, and you good. Clean them up, put some glue on it, and you know, you got a good trade in. I'll give you $10. And he was like, he was like, yeah, yeah, just get it. And then I was kind of looking for another bag, but not really, because there was like bags here. Hey, come check my shop out. I got a bag. I got this bag. It was like, it got really overwhelming really fast. And we just wanted to go through the market and look at stuff, but you know, we was being dragged and pulled and called and everything. It's your average African market, no matter what country you're in. It was like every African country we've been in, and every market that we went to, pretty much the same. Like, I don't know, I can't say one is worse than the other. Everybody's trying to sell, and when they know you're a foreigner, they gonna get your attention one way or the other. Tekeste wanted to possibly buy some new caftans. So we hired this young man. His name is Eric, by the way, and wanted to give him a chance because he's a young, you know, he was a kid, you know. He said he was like 18 or 21.
21.
Yeah, but he looked young. He looked like he was 16. But he was cool. He was like, I'll show you around. And anyway, we went to buy some caftans. So he showed us where they were. He showed us this one guy, this gentleman, and he had all these Rwandan dresses, and Tekeste liked the styles, and she was floored. And he showed her his cell phone. He was like, go through those pictures, which one you want? And she was like, you know, you don't have cotton? And he was like, I can make it for you in like an hour and a half. She was like, we don't have that time. He's like, I'll drop it off at your hotel. He was trying to make that sell. And did you feel, but you saw some good stuff, right?
I saw some beautiful stuff. He's a big fan of Nigerian fashion, and as am I. So most of the stuff in the gallery was Nigerian, but I was just really needing some caftans. Whilst it would have been nice to purchase other dresses, Nigerian like formal wear, that's not what I was in the market for. And truth be told, one thing that Jones hasn't mentioned is the fact that we were really, really tired today because our first 2 days in Rwanda have been really amazing and also very full on physically. So even getting to the coffee shop was a lot of work today for us. Like it felt taxing, especially I felt very taxed. So by the time I got to the marketplace, even though we had a bit of sustenance and all the rest of that, I just didn't have the bandwidth to think about, what do I need? Do I want to buy this materials? Yeah, like I just wasn't in that frame of mind, and so probably wasn't the right time to even go to the marketplace. But it's good that we saw it because, well, hopefully you've seen some things about it and you've learned some things about it, and then in future, we'll know what's available and we'll happily return.
Yeah.
But I ended up getting nothing, and he didn't end up getting a bag.
No.
He ended up just getting the sandals. So
they showed me some nice leather bags, but
he was overwhelmed as well.
I couldn't think straight. Nobody could think straight, and I could have willed and dealed if I been here a while and I could had ample sleep and went there with healthy with a healthy frame of mind.
We didn't have the bandwidth to be in a marketplace.
Yeah, and then they started showing us and then we went around to we went from leather goods and trinkets and souvenirs, which we don't buy, to clothing, to shoes, to fruits and vegetables, to it was
fish,
it was everything. We were
ducks.
We need to go because we tired and we need to get back home quickly. We need to go find something like dinner, and we know time through traffic and all that stuff. So we left the market. I tipped Eric, and it was really hard to film in there. We don't have a film crew with us walking around like a lot of people do. And what you see is what you get. And I think I captured it so you can see the story that we're portraying about the market. So, would we go back? Yes, we would go back, but we would make sure that, we had enough rest to be able to really do some good shopping. But anyway, we got the ride to another restaurant. It was Inca, and they have it's a steakhouse, but they have vegan options. Then they have a whole vegan menu, and the food there was good. The ambiance was incredible. We looked at the menu, had some drinks. I had some drinks. She had a nice fruit drink. I needed a drink to take the edge off after all of that stuff. We ordered our food. It was great. We stayed there for a few hours, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, we got there at 4:30.
We were the first ones.
How we are.
No, it was just we were among the first ones there for dinner.
We were the early birds, and that's how we're going to remain. Is the early birds.
We had our choice of anywhere to sit.
Yeah.
And this place, the way it's set up and the way you see it when you walk in, it's gonna be popping. Once it starts getting dark, it's gonna be a scene, a whole scene in there. And the music, man, it was playing some good Afro beats. They was playing some old school R&B. And by the time we left, it was it was starting to get packed. A lot of couples were coming in. But yeah, we ended up our eyes were bigger than our stomachs, so we only ate a quarter of the food that we ordered. So we ended up bringing it back, and we're gonna eat it tomorrow. So we got 2 meals out of that one night. I'm really I was like, man, I could so live here. I could just move here in a couple of months. So it was a good experience. Okay, so now we got back to the hotel, and we got to get ready for our excursion in the morning. And do you have anything to add?
No, that's it. And that's it. We wanted to just do this quick recap for you all so that we could sign off for the day, get a little bit of rest, and bring you some more wonderful content from this amazing country, which continues to win. Every day it gets better. Get free and stay free.
And stay decent, most of all. All right, that's it for day 10 recap. We'll see y'all next video. We'll see y'all on the next video on the next recap for day 11. Peace. We out. Bye.